Hi there, I'm Kevin from Buffer. I'm excited to share this tip with you today about how to move or remove your social share buttons on your website and blog. I'd love to walk you through a few examples of kind of this tip in action. So again, the idea is to take the social share buttons that you might have on blog posts or web pages and to either move them around or remove them completely just to see what kind of effect it might have on the share numbers that you get. So to start off with, I'm here on the Buffer social blog and a post that we've ran recently. And a couple spots that we have the share options are here in the left sidebar. And as you scroll down, those stick as you scroll, so they're always present. And then once we scroll to the very bottom here, we have them again in the footer of the article. So we have them in two different places. And now I'm going to hop over to a site. This is Paul Jarvis's website. And as you'll note, he doesn't have any social share buttons. So nothing up in the header, nothing in the sidebar. As you scroll, he has an option to sign up for newsletter, and again a newsletter link at the bottom, and then just a link to his Twitter, his personal Twitter account, but nothing to share the article. And a really cool thing about this is if you happen to hop over to Twitter and search for the URL of his page here, so up here the address of it, you'll see that many people have shared this page just on their own to Twitter. So we have several here in the list. Looks like a couple more have shown up since I last ran the search. So it still gets shared even without any share options. Another option I'd love to show you here is the Smashing Magazine page. And this is a blog post that they have here that there's no share buttons that are present up at the top. And then as you scroll down, I picked some long ones here to scroll through. Thanks for hanging with me. Scroll to the bottom, there's very subtle text here at the bottom, share on Facebook and tweet it. And that's the extent of their sharing options on their blog post here. And again, same example with Paul Jarvis's site. Lots and lots of social shares for this article, even with very minimal social media share buttons. Wanted to run through a couple other quick options with you too. This is James Clear's website. He's a really great productivity and kind of inspiration blogger that we enjoy reading. And he has his social share buttons here on the side. And as you scroll, they remain in the same spot, so you can always kind of know where they are to go click on them. This one here is the Wistia blog. They do a lot of cool video marketing content. And you'll notice here at the top, they have kind of their own branded share buttons. So Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google Plus with the share counts up there. And as you scroll, they happen to pop over here into the right corner, so they're always present. And yeah, and then nothing at the bottom. So just those two spots. This is a site called Crew, and they have their share buttons over here hidden behind another button. So when you click on that, it opens the options for Twitter or Facebook. And then if you scroll to the very bottom, you'll see similar buttons here for tweeting, sharing to Facebook, and then this is an email option. This is Brain Pickings, and they don't have any social share buttons here at the top, but if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the post, way at the bottom, they don't have comments turned on either, so this is the true bottom of the post. They have the options here for Facebook, Pocket, Tumblr, Google+, and Twitter. And just a couple more I'd love to show you here. This is The Atlantic. For their stories, they have Facebook Share here at the top. Sorry, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pocket, all sorts of good stuff here at the top. And then as you keep scrolling down, this bar shows up to show share options here at the top, and then at the very bottom in the footer, again, the same share options as above, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pocket. So those are some different spots that you might find social share buttons, maybe some inspiration on what experiments to try with your own content. A couple of ways that we might do this on the Buffer blog. This is our WordPress kind of back end. So we use WordPress to run our blog. There's lots of cool plugins out there that help with social share buttons. We use a plugin called DigDig, which is one that we built ourselves and have kind of open sourced and made available. So if you have DigDig installed, you can look here under DigDig settings, normal display, and you can enable the normal display and choose whether to have them be horizontal or vertical. And a couple other options here down on the left-hand side. A floating display, which is what you saw on the left-hand side of the Buffer blog pages. And then if you're quite tech savvy or know your code a little bit, you can do a manual placement and place the share buttons wherever you'd like. Another cool plugin is the SumoMe plugin. It's another WordPress plugin that's super helpful and useful with lots of different features. The share option within SumoMe has all of this cool stuff here where you can choose the different placements of your social share buttons. So here above the headline, below the headline, left, center, and right aligned. To the left of the content, the right of the content, stuck to the left side, stuck to the right side, across the bottom. If you remember James Clear's website, I believe he had this plugin and then the left side turned on here. So lots of different options. We currently have the mobile settings selected for SumoMe. And again, that's SUMOME is the name of the plugin here, kind of a fun name. And then one last one I'll show you. This is a plugin for WordPress called Filament, Filament. And within Filament is a kind of sub plugin called Flare. And Flare has these really cool social share buttons here on the left side. You can see they stay in one spot too as you scroll. Lots of different options here and customizations as well. So I hope this has been cool to kind of see some different ideas and inspiration as far as what you might try with social share buttons. If we can help out at all with coming up with ideas or brainstorms or tools, we'd love to. You can get in touch with us anytime at hello@buffer.com. It'd be great to hear from you, and we'll look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye.